Hey, good morning, my brothers. Pete, thank you so much for your prayer request. Definitely be praying about you. Sorry this is late, guys. I was in the ER last night, had a out-of-control migraine just go nuts. So, yeah, just got home about 5 in the morning, and so appreciate your continued prayers on that. That's difficult. There's my buddy this morning here. She's keeping me company. So today is November 23rd. And so we turn to Proverbs chapter 23 for God's daily dose of wisdom. And I was reading through Proverbs 23, verses 4 and 5. Jumped off the page and spoke directly to my heart. And it goes like this. Do not weary yourself to gain wealth. Cease from your consideration of it. For when you set your eyes on it, it is gone. For wealth certainly makes itself wings like an eagle that flies towards the heavens. Guys, for most of my life, I started working when I was really young, and had various odd jobs, fast food stuff when I was a kid, and my first real job was when I became a police officer, and then I got injured at that, became a computer programmer, and then I had side jobs throughout my career as a police officer. I had side jobs, and it's all been about the acquisition of wealth. It's always been about trying to get ahead, paying the bills, and even after I became a Christian, there were several opportunities that presented themselves to me from organizations that claimed to be Christian ministries, and it was always about the acquisition of wealth. And as you go through the Bible, you realize that there's a whole lot of verses in there about rich people and how difficult their life is, and about wealth and how difficult it is when you acquire wealth. And then today, do not weary yourself to gain wealth. Cease from your consideration of it. When you set your eyes on it, it's gone. For wealth certainly makes itself wings like an eagle that flies towards the heavens. The acquisition of wealth is difficult. Worshiping the golden calf is even more difficult. And we've seen that within our own country. Within the United States, there are people who have massive amounts of wealth. They're not happy. We've seen corporations commit all kinds of atrocities in the name of acquiring wealth. And so God's word is true. Never fails. Trying to acquire wealth for wealth's sake is a losing endeavor. Wealth certainly makes itself wings like an eagle that flies toward the heavens. And I'm reminded of those verses in Micah about to do justice, to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God. That's what God requires of us. I don't know much else to say this morning, except that my prayer for us is that if we buy into the culture, that we wouldn't buy into the culture, that we would stand as a rock against the tide, and that would keep our hearts and minds focused on Jesus, the author and the perfecter of our faith. Our wealth comes from heaven above, and it is a wealth that is enduring. It is a wealth that is everlasting. To try and acquire wealth here on earth is a futile thing. Jesus himself said, "Store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moth and rust do not destroy, and thieves do not break in and steal. For where your heart is, your treasure will be." So my prayer for us is that our treasure would be in heaven, and that we would store up for ourselves wealth that is enduring, wealth that is everlasting. I love you, my brothers. Have a wonderful day. Go out and make a difference in someone's life today.